What we try to foster at Lethbridge is a real culture of sharing. You know, we have a real idea that we want to share our knowledge with young winemakers, and we're very lucky that over the years we've had a string of young winemakers come and work with us, and it's really fun. It's a good convivial atmosphere, and they become part of our family. The stone and the wind make marked influences on our wine. They create the concentration and they create the minerality that you see in all the wines that we make. One of the things we really will not do is grow grapes in what I call conventional hydroponic way, where you use the soil just to hold the chemicals and nutrients that you pour onto it. That isn't winemaking, that is not wine growing. This is a super vintage. This vintage is very reminiscent of the 2005 vintage to me, and I think I made some of the best wines I ever made in 2005.
So Lethbridge Wines is located just outside of Geelong, heading up towards Ballarat, so we're in the Moorabool Valley sub-region of the Geelong wine region. Behind us we've got our new amphora, which is a new addition for the winery this year. The temperature control is maintained during fermentation without any refrigeration or anything like that, and also the oxygenation that the wine gets, and so the texture that we're seeing in the wines in the amphora this year is very exciting.
The Menage wines are still showing all the characteristics of Lethbridge, which is savoury and structured, but they are to drink now. So they're the wines that you would drink in the next 2 to 5 years. The estate and the reserve wines are really quite special. They all come from single vineyards that we've been working with for a long time. We grow many of these vineyards ourselves. They are wines to savour. When you look at the sibling wines, the top 4 wines that we make very little of these. Sometimes as little as 600 bottles of these wines are made. And when you consider that we export to 9 countries in the world, some countries get 24 bottles of this wine. What we have when we create a vineyard on a great site is that we have nature expressed. What my job is as a winemaker is to be able to create the frame so that our consumer can see the bit of the landscape that we want them to see. That is the key.